Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Fluent Cast Studio. I'm so happy you're here with us today. How's everyone doing?
Hey there. It's great to see you all again. I hope you're all feeling good today because that's actually what we're going to talk about.
Oh, that's a perfect way to introduce our topic. I was actually thinking about this yesterday. I had such a good day, but I realized I kept saying the same thing over and over. I just kept saying, I'm good, I'm fine, I'm okay.
Yeah, I do that too. And it's so boring, right? There are so many different feelings we have every single day, but sometimes we don't know how to express them in English.
Exactly. So today we're going to learn how to talk about your feelings in English. And I don't just mean saying I'm happy or I'm sad. We're going to learn natural, real ways that native speakers express their emotions every day.
By the end of this episode, you'll be able to talk about your feelings in different situations, you'll know how to ask others about their feelings, and you'll sound much more natural when you share how you're doing.
So here's my question for you. How do you usually express your feelings in English? Do you always say the same words or do you mix it up? Leave a comment and let us know.
And if you're new here, welcome to Simple English Talks. Make sure you hit that subscribe button so you can learn with us every week. We make English simple and fun.
All right, let's not waste any time. We've got so much to cover today.
Let's dive right in and start with the basics of expressing how you feel.
Okay, so let's start with the foundation. The most basic way to express your feelings in English is really simple. You use this structure. I feel plus an adjective, or I'm plus an adjective.
Right, so for example, I feel happy, I feel tired, I feel excited. Or you can say, I'm happy, I'm tired, I'm excited. Both ways work perfectly.
Let me give you some common positive feelings first. I'm happy, I'm excited, I'm great, I'm fantastic, I'm wonderful, I'm cheerful, I'm pleased.
And here are some negative ones. I'm sad, I'm tired, I'm angry, I'm frustrated, I'm upset, I'm disappointed, I'm stressed.
Now, here's the thing. In real conversations, we don't always use the word feel. Native speakers usually just say, I'm plus the feeling. Like, if someone asks, hey, how are you? You'd probably say, I'm good, or I'm tired, not I feel good or I feel tired.
That's a great point. I feel sounds a bit more formal or thoughtful. Like if you're really thinking about your emotions, you might say, I feel really overwhelmed right now. But in casual conversation, you'd just say, I'm overwhelmed.
Exactly. So if your friend texts you and says, what's up? You'd reply, I'm exhausted or I'm amazing, not I feel exhausted or I feel amazing. It sounds more natural.
Let me give you a real example from my life. Yesterday, my friend called me and said, hey, how you doing? And I said, I'm pretty good. I'm a bit tired, but I'm happy. See, I used I'm for all of those feelings.
Perfect example. Now, can you think of a feeling you have right now? Try to say it out loud. Say, I'm, and then your feeling. Go ahead, practice with us.
And here's another tip. You can make your feelings stronger or weaker by adding words before the adjective. For example, you can say, I'm really happy. I'm so excited. I'm very tired. I'm a bit sad. I'm kind of frustrated.
Oh, yes, those little words make such a big difference. Really, so, very make the feeling stronger. A bit, kind of, a little make it weaker or softer.
Let me show you the negative form too. If you want to say you're not feeling something, you just add not after the verb to be. I'm not happy. I'm not tired. I'm not angry.
Or you can use contractions to sound more natural. I'm not becomes I'm not. But you could also say, I don't feel happy if you want to emphasize it more.
All right, so let me ask you, our listeners, can you say 3 feelings you've had this week? Use the structure I'm or I feel. Write them in the comments. We'd love to hear from you.
Yes, please share. And remember, both I'm and I feel work, but I'm is more common in everyday conversation.
So to sum up this section, the basic structure is I'm plus adjective for casual talk, or I feel plus adjective when you're being more thoughtful. You can make feelings stronger with really, so, very, or softer with a bit, kind of, a little.
Now that you know how to express your own feelings, let's learn how to ask other people about theirs. This is so important for having real conversations.
Absolutely. The most common question is obviously, how are you? But there are actually so many other ways to ask this, and they all feel a bit different.
Right. So let's start with the basics. How are you is the most common. You can also say, how are you doing? Or how's it going? These are all pretty casual and friendly.
If you want to be a bit more specific about feelings, you can ask, are you okay? Or are you all right? We usually ask these when we think something might be wrong or when someone looks upset.
Oh, that's a good point. If I see my friend and she looks sad, I wouldn't say, how are you? I'd probably say, hey, are you okay? Or is everything all right? It shows I noticed something.
Exactly. And there are more casual ways too, especially with close friends. You might say, what's up? Or what's wrong? Or even just, you good?
I love you good. It's so casual. My friends say that to me all the time. Like, they'll just text, you good? And I'll say, yeah, I'm good. Or, nah, I'm stressed.
Now, here's something really important. In formal situations, like at work or with people you don't know well, you should stick to how are you or how are you doing today. Don't say what's up to your boss.
Oh, no, definitely not. I remember when I first started learning English, I said, what's up to everyone, including my teacher. It was so awkward.
We've all been there. So let me break this down clearly. First, for formal situations like work, interviews, or meeting new people, use how are you or how are you doing today.
Second, for friends and casual conversations, you can use how's it going? What's up? Or you good?
Third, when you think someone might be upset or having a problem, use are you okay? Is everything all right? Or what's wrong?
And here's a cultural tip. In English-speaking countries, when someone asks, how are you, they don't always want a long, detailed answer. It's often just a greeting. So you can just say, I'm good, thanks. How are you?
But with close friends and family, you can give more details. If my best friend asks, how are you? I might say, ugh, I'm so tired. Work was crazy today. But if a stranger asks, I'd just say, I'm good, thanks.
This is so important to understand. The same question can mean different things depending on who's asking and the context.
Now, let's practice. I'm going to ask you some questions and you answer them out loud. Ready? How are you today?
And you can say, I'm great, or I'm pretty good, or I'm a bit tired. Any of those work.
Here's another one. You good?
You could say, yeah, I'm good, or yeah, all good, or even just, yeah, if you're with close friends.
What about this one? Is everything okay?
For this, you might say, yes, everything's fine, or yeah, I'm okay. Or if something's wrong, you could say, not really, I'm feeling a bit down.
Perfect. Now, I want you to think about this. When was the last time someone asked you how you were feeling? How did you respond? Write it in the comments.
Yes, and try to think about whether your response matched the situation. Was it formal or casual? Did you give a lot of details or just a quick answer?
So let's review this section quickly. You can ask about feelings in many ways. How are you for most situations? Are you okay when something seems wrong? And casual phrases like what's up or you good with friends. Match your language to the situation and the person you're talking to.
All right, now we're getting to the really fun part. Sometimes you want to do more than just say, I'm happy or I'm sad. You really want to describe how you're feeling with more detail and emotion.
Yes, this is where your English will start to sound really natural and expressive. Native speakers use lots of different expressions and phrases to describe their feelings.
Let's start with happy feelings. Instead of just saying, I'm happy, you could say, I'm over the moon, I'm thrilled, I'm on top of the world, or I'm in a great mood.
I'm over the moon is a lot better than just I'm happy. When I got my promotion last year, I didn't just say I'm happy. I said I'm absolutely thrilled. I'm over the moon. It expressed how I really felt.
Exactly. And for excited feelings, you can say, I'm pumped. I can't wait. I'm looking forward to it. Or, I'm so psyched.
I'm so psyched is very American and casual, by the way. I use it all the time, like, I'm so psyched for the weekend.
Now, let's talk about sad or down feelings. Instead of I'm sad, you can say, I'm feeling down. I'm a bit blue. I'm feeling low. Or, I'm not myself today.
I'm not myself today is really useful. It means you're not feeling normal, usually because you're sad or upset about something. Like, sorry if I seem quiet, I'm just not myself today.
That's perfect. Okay, now let's talk about some common mistakes that English learners make when talking about feelings. And honestly, I made all of these mistakes when I was learning too.
Same here. These mistakes are so normal, so don't feel bad if you've made them. We're going to help you fix them right now.
Mistake number 1 is using I have instead of I am for feelings. A lot of learners say I have happy or I have angry, but in English, we don't say that.
Right. You need to say I am happy or I'm happy, not I have happy. So the incorrect way is I have sad. The correct way is I'm sad or I am sad.
The only time you use have with feelings is when you say, I have a feeling that something might happen. That's different. But for describing your current emotion, always use I am.
Mistake number 2 is using the wrong adjective form. Some learners say I'm boring when they mean I'm bored, or I'm exciting when they mean I'm excited.
Oh, this is such an important one. If you say I'm boring, it means you are a boring person. But if you say I'm bored, it means you feel bored. Big difference.
Exactly. So the incorrect way is I'm so boring today. I have nothing to do. The correct way is I'm so bored today. I have nothing to do.
Here's an easy way to remember. If the feeling is happening to you, use the ed ending. I'm bored. I'm tired. I'm excited. I'm confused. If you are causing the feeling in others, use ing. I'm boring. I'm tiring. I'm exciting. I'm confusing.
That's a great explanation. So you'd say the movie was boring and that's why I'm bored. The movie caused the feeling, so it's boring. I received the feeling, so I'm bored.
Mistake number 3 is forgetting to use the verb to be. Some learners say I happy or I tired, missing the am completely.
Yes, you must say I am happy or I'm happy, not just I happy. So incorrect is I very tired today. Correct is I'm very tired today or I am very tired today.
This happens a lot because in some languages you don't need the verb to be, but in English you always need it for feelings.
Mistake number 4 is using feel bad when you mean feel sick. If you say I feel bad, it usually means you feel guilty or sorry about something, not that you're physically ill.
Right. So if you have a stomach ache or a headache, don't say I feel bad. Say I feel sick or I don't feel well or I'm not feeling good.
The incorrect way is I feel bad. I think I ate something wrong. The correct way is I feel sick. I think I ate something bad.
But you can say, I feel bad about forgetting your birthday. That means you feel guilty or sorry.
See the difference? I feel bad is about emotions like guilt. I feel sick is about physical illness.
All right, let's practice fixing these mistakes. I'm going to say some incorrect sentences, and you correct them in your head or out loud.
Here's the first one. I have very angry about the situation.
The correct version is I'm very angry about the situation, or I am very angry about the situation. Remember, use I am, not I have.
Next one. I'm so boring at this party.
The correct version is I'm so bored at this party. You're not a boring person, you feel bored.
Here's another. I tired and I want to sleep.
The correct version is I'm tired and I want to sleep. Don't forget the verb to be.
Last one. I feel bad, I have a fever.
The correct version is I feel sick, I have a fever, or I don't feel well, I have a fever. Save feel bad for when you feel guilty.
Great job! Now, these mistakes are completely normal, and the more you practice, the less you'll make them. Don't be afraid to speak just because you might make a mistake.
Exactly. Making mistakes is how we learn. I still make mistakes in English sometimes, and that's okay.
So remember, use I am, not I have for feelings. Use bored, not boring when describing your feeling. Always include the verb to be, and use feel sick, not feel bad for physical illness.
All right, now it's time for some interactive practice. We're going to give you some situations, and you choose the best way to express the feeling.
This is going to be fun. For each situation, we'll give you 2 options, and you decide which one sounds more natural. Ready?
Situation 1. Your friend just told you she's getting married. Do you say A, I'm happy for you, or B, I have happiness for you?
The answer is A, I'm happy for you. We don't say I have happiness. That sounds really unnatural. You could also say I'm so excited for you, or that's amazing, I'm thrilled for you.
Situation 2. You just finished a really long day at work. Do you say A, I'm exhausting, or B, I'm exhausted?
The answer is B, I'm exhausted. If you say I'm exhausting, it means you make other people tired. You could also say I'm worn out, I'm beat, or I'm drained.
Situation 3. Someone asks, are you okay? And you're not okay. Do you say A, not really, I'm feeling a bit down, or B, no, I down?
The answer is A, not really, I'm feeling a bit down. Option B is missing the verb to be and doesn't sound natural at all. You could also say, I'm not great to be honest, or I've been better.
Situation 4. You're really looking forward to the weekend. Do you say A, I'm so exciting about the weekend, or B, I'm so excited about the weekend?
The answer is B, I'm so excited about the weekend. Remember, you feel excited, so it's excited with ED. You could also say, I can't wait for the weekend, or I'm really looking forward to it.
Situation 5. You have a headache and feel sick. Do you say A, I feel bad today, or B, I don't feel well today?
The answer is B, I don't feel well today. If you say I feel bad, people might think you feel guilty about something. For physical sickness, say I don't feel well, I feel sick, or I'm not feeling good.
Situation 6. Your friend looks sad and you want to check on them. Do you say A, what's wrong? Are you okay? Or B, how are you happy?
Definitely A. What's wrong? Are you okay? Option B doesn't make any sense in English. You could also say, is everything all right? Or you seem upset. Do you want to talk?
Great. Now here's your final challenge. Think of something that happened to you recently that made you feel a strong emotion. Can you describe that feeling using the natural expressions we learned today?
Yes. Don't just say I was happy or I was sad. Use the detailed expressions. Say I was over the moon, I was thrilled, I was freaking out, whatever fits your situation.
And say it out loud. Don't just think it. Actually practice speaking the sentence. That's how you'll get better at using these naturally.
Remember, the goal isn't to be perfect. The goal is to sound natural and to really communicate how you feel. Even if you make a small mistake, if you express your emotion clearly, people will understand you.
Wow, we covered so much today. I'm really proud of everyone who stayed with us through this whole episode. You just learned so much about expressing feelings in English.
Let's do a quick review of everything we learned today. First, we learned the basic structure for expressing feelings. I am or I'm plus an adjective, like I'm happy, I'm tired, I'm excited. And we learned that I'm is more common than I feel in casual conversation.
Second, we learned how to ask other people about their feelings. How are you? For general situations. Are you okay? When something seems wrong. And casual options like what's up? Or you good? For friends.
Third, we learned detailed and natural expressions to describe feelings. Instead of just saying, I'm happy, you can say, I'm over the moon, I'm thrilled, I'm in a great mood. Instead of I'm tired, you can say, I'm exhausted, I'm worn out, I'm running on empty.
And we also covered common mistakes like using I have instead of I am, saying boring instead of bored, forgetting the verb to be, and confusing feel bad with feel sick.
You now have so many tools to express yourself naturally in English. This is going to make your conversation so much more interesting and real.
So here's my question for you. What's one new expression you learned today that you're going to start using? Maybe it's I'm over the moon, or I'm fed up, or I'm running on empty. Tell us in the comments.
Yes, and try to use it in a real sentence about your life. That's the best way to practice and remember it.
And if you enjoyed this episode, please give it a like and share it with your friends who are learning English. Subscribe to Simple English Talks so you don't miss our next episode.
We make new videos every week to help you improve your English in a fun and natural way. We're so happy to have you in our learning community.
Remember, learning a language is a journey. Some days you'll feel confident and excited, and some days you'll feel frustrated and tired. All of those feelings are normal and okay.
Exactly. The important thing is to keep practicing, keep trying, and don't be afraid to express yourself. Mistakes are just part of learning.
We're so grateful for all of you. Thank you for spending your time with us today at Fluent Cast Studio.
Keep practicing, keep learning, and we'll see you next time.